The town of Goldfield was founded in 1893. They found gold in 1892, so the first year it was a mining camp, and pretty much was pulling gold out from the Mammoth mine from pretty much day one. Eventually they were pulling enough out where the word got around, and we had about 17 different mine shafts open up. It burnt down 3 times fire-wise, because most everything was either hard canvas tents. There was a few wood buildings and a few adobe buildings, but mostly hard canvas tents. So fire was really dangerous out here. One of the last times the town burned down was in 1942. A military exercise out here was shooting off a bunch of things, and a set of stray mortar came over this way, hit a building, and just pretty much burnt it to what was left down. And then Bob Schuess in 1980s, about 1982, bought the rights of the property and started rebuilding everything, trying to get it back to its original glory. Obviously, not every building here is original, but the foundations, most of them are. Goldfield has been here for, about 131 years now. The Apache Trail, which is this road that y'all drove in on right in front, this is the original trail that cut through these mountains for the settlers and the natives going through these mountains and everything. So it's pretty cool.
You've got a cemetery here as well?
We have a makeshift cemetery over there. The original cemetery was along the whole line of the right next to the road, and probably underneath a little bit of the road.
Right.
And then along the side of the town here, and then there was another cemetery graveyard on the other side of the hill over there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool.
We're at the moment in the mercantile store. Aren't we, Cag?
So excited.
I don't know why I'm pointing it in that way. So
excited.
we are. It's the very first ghost town we've ever done. We're so excited. And we have some wonderful hosts here tonight. So we have Diane.
Hi, guys.
We have Michael. And we have Matt.
Evening.
And I actually got the names right. How's that? And I'm going to start with Diane. So you actually own this place, don't you?
We do.
And you've been really gracious and
It's a
allowed us
pleasure.
in to investigate. And you've not had anybody in before.
Never, no.
Okay.
We only know the stories, which are plentiful. We have a few pictures up there. You can see some of the things they've done. But Matt's been the expert for how long now, Matt? Walking tours through the town?
A few years now. We've been running tours through this town since about 2020.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
And you always pass by the Mother Lode.
We've had the honor of speaking about it because it's not a shop that we would want to skip at all. It's very active, but we've only had the pleasure of speaking of it from the outside. So we're now entering to get some untapped paranormal investigation.
So it's your
done
first
in
time
this
as well
building.
in here.
It is. We are very excited.
So-
As two people who have been running around this town since 2020, we were thrilled to be on the
And even
inside of
before.
this building.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
before.
Oh, that's brilliant. What possessed you, excuse the pun,
No problem.
in buying this building, the mercantile store in a ghost town?
So I think you might have, if you haven't, definitely do. That when you drive up to town, you see the mountain. So the Superstition Mountain has its own allure, if you will. It has its own magic, vortexes and things, and lots of history. And so we were looking for, I would call it the next chapter in our lives, and we drove up, and this beautiful place happened to be for sale, and we were, taken at the moment that we saw it. So I even have a picture, which is quite interesting, of the store on a very early morning when it was almost hours. We were just doing the transition, and I have a picture of the store and the one cloud right over the store. It's even, I think, posted on our page, and it looks like it says hello. No photoshopping, no crazy. And I saved it because before we actually closed, I thought, this is really meant for us to be. So I didn't know about the ghost history. I just knew that this was a pretty magical place, and it felt amazing. It had a great spirit to it. I've always felt, since we've been here now, going on a year for us technically, and 30 plus years for Jody, and all the stories that are there, it's always felt friendly. I always feel things, so there's never a doubt that, and particularly when I'm alone, and I've heard that from the managers and people who go upstairs to do inventory and they're working on things, it's always that moment where you hear either your name or a tap on your shoulder. Or we had one gentleman that worked here prior to me, and he would do all the maintenance, all the work. He was upstairs working on the tile in the bathroom. and he had someone hanging on his coat. And he described it as a little girl, so that everyone always describes it as young. So a little girl hanging on the coattail. And stories like that are just plentiful, and we thought, okay. So I think one thing in particular over the last several months that we have seen are things in different places. So at our night protocol when we shut the store down is to go through the store, put everything back in its place, face everything, stock everything. So when we come in the morning, we come in, we can score fudge, put the fudge away, and start the day, open the registers and go. We've had several encounters where we see things in different places. One in particular, we came in about 5 months ago, and the wall, the pegboard we call it, with all the games. One of the games, the hangman game, which was bizarre. The hangman game was on the ground. The pegboard clip that holds the hangman game was still on. Because a lot of times if things fall, the peg thing will not be there. The peg sticker will be gone. The peg sticker was on. There was a few other things adjacent to it on the ground, off the wall. We thought, oh, it could be vibration, it could be whatever, but we looked really close. It was a little unusual. We had a rolling cart that was an apparel cart that had almost made its way to the register, which was also unusual because the wheels were locked. Yeah, and they were locked. So that was unusual. And then we came across the room and there was a stuffed horse that sits at the bottom of this side of the building on the Tiddlywinks box, sitting up perfectly beautiful. And the staff that closed the store was half the staff that came in that morning, and they all said, you know what, this place was completely pristine when we walked out. So that was one like big incident. The thing that I think I've experienced personally when I'm up top is, and alone, so it feels more like an intimate experience of, and I'm never nervous or worried, but there'll be a moment where I'll feel something or I'll see a shadow or I'll see something. And there was a moment where we had just finished the room and I had laid down on the bed, filling the bed, all the cushions were on, we had everything dressed, and I felt something lay down beside me. Just lay down. And that was it. I had to get up. Thank you, I'm leaving. and I exited the floor. I'm like, I went downstairs. But mostly every type of encounter that the staff reports is safe. They don't ever feel scared. It's just simply that it's unusual that something or some entity is actually close or nearby or brushing them or pulling on them or saying their name. A lot of the staff has their name called. Matt, what would you say? Anything else as you go by the building and look at the window? Or?
We definitely get a safe vibe too.
Yeah.
The town of Goldfield is definitely a place that can send somebody running back to the car, but this place in particular, it's always been a little friendly, and I don't even know why, which is another reason we're excited to get here, see kind of a different side of things, because friendly, we're not as used to that in this town, but Now downstairs here, in maybe a child's spirit or a younger spirit, would be pretty fascinating. I would love to interact or get something like that caught. Now, the reason we know a little more about upstairs is simply because, as I mentioned before, we discuss from the outside of this place and this balcony, a lot of people take photos or hear their name called from the balcony or catch on photos what looks like a man dressed in either beige or white period clothing on the balcony that is right over where we're standing now. But he is also supposed to be friendly. We don't know his name. We'd love to find out his name tonight, so if you're about, we would love to know who you are.
I wonder if it's the one that's going around telling everybody about the ghost story.
Have you ever heard the name Vic?
Vic.
Yes.
Okay,
What does he look like?
people, well, I don't know if you've seen him.
I don't know, but
A
I've
lot
heard
of
that
people
name.
approach us in town and say there's a very friendly man named Vic who tells people to go on our ghost tour, and then they turn around and he's gone.
Yeah, we have no clue who
And
this
we're like,
is.
Vic,
No one here that
are
we
you
know.
the kind, helpful spirit of the mercantile, of the mother lode? It's
But I guess whatever's, if this was a town, whatever's here in town could move around like they would to different
I would
buildings
think
anyway.
so. I would think so.
Yeah,
Because
some
They can.
things
if they were
tend to
part of a
stay in
town.
their
Some things are
places
limited
and
to-
don't, and then other things seem to
Stay.
stay and
Yeah.
go. And
I think it
stuff.
depends maybe how they got here as well, because we're right at the foot of the Superstition Mountain, which is notoriously cursed. This curse also claims that people can't leave. They're sort of bound
once
here.
You die, you're staying
So
here forever.
there might be rules on how you got here, or maybe how you're viewed through the spirits of the mountain or the spirits of the Apaches that worship the mountain. They might give you a pass if you are kind-hearted. There's even stories in history of them doing this with living people, mutual kindness. So maybe there's something to that.
Could be that,
Yeah.
Can I just say something? Why
Can
don't
we stop you?
No. Why don't
Whoa.
we have a ghost
Did you just touch me?
that tells people about our tools?
I know. How handy. How helpful is
I
that?
know.
It's like we don't get.
No,
I just got touched.
Did you get touched?
Like, actually, I got,
Yeah,
my Coke got pulled. I thought you did it.
I thought you hit the cooler.
I'm nowhere near the cooler.
And of course,
my
it's just
hands
as I
have been
turn
in
away
my- No, no.
with
As
the
you- of
camera.
course.
Yeah.
I laughed because you were like, "Can we
Yeah.
stop you?" And you started laughing. And right mid laugh, just all of a sudden, like the back of my,
Yeah.
and I turned, and you were.
I was just standing here.
That was very physical. Very
Yeah,
physical.
and that's what we've heard before is that
Yeah.
there's
I didn't mean to interrupt. You got a whoa
No,
in
that's
there.
all right.
Which I
mean to
didn't
interrupt,
think they
but-
were that capable. Like you
Yeah.
think that a spirit really has to be there a long time to be able to maneuver some
Yeah.
physical object in
Do
you
that
know
again
in the
if you want.
space. But yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of that happens too that people say
Excellent.
that they feel here. Allison, any other
That's
crazy
brilliant.
questions or awesome
No,
questions?
that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah. So
We're excited
Let's
you're
do it.
here.
You're gonna
First
tug my
time.
coat.
Put
Do
this
it
one
when
on.
the
Are you
pumped?
camera's on.
Yeah,
Pumped.
please.
Pumped.
You're
I'm going to
pumped?
put this by the door.
in case anything comes and goes here.
Yep.
So, of course, silly me did the interview right next to a fridge. There's something professional people would not have made that rookie mistake,
Oh,
would
that's what
they?
the mics are for. I'm sure that would probably help.
Little denoising.
Hey?
Little denoising.
Little denoising.
I will say, when you guys were doing the interview, a couple of times I was standing right here at this counter, and the flux lit up yes,
Oh, did it?
and it only did yes. I never saw it do no.
Yeah, that time.
So
I wonder if it was trying to answer the questions that we were answering.
Trying to
Maybe.
agree with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something did tap me in the back. Not tap. It's like it yanked on my coat to get my attention very aggressively during that. Maybe it's connected to
Yeah.
it saying yes to everything we were saying.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So you're going to start. You're going to lead.
Start. Ready? Ready to go? All right. If there's anybody here, we don't wish you any harm. We don't wish you any disrespect. We just want to talk to you if we possibly can. Now, we've come a long way to see you. We've come all the way from a place called Australia. Now, would they have known about Australia back in those days?
Um,
Yeah, there were
I
some
believe
folks
so.
out here
Yeah.
prospecting and stuff from
Mhm.
Australia. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Folks came from as far as Germany.
So it's a
So,
long,
yeah.
it's a long, long way away. And we'd love to talk to you. So my name is Cag,
my name's Alison.
and then I've got lots of other people here. Some you'll know, and some you won't. So we've got
Diane.
Diane.
I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
Joel. I'm Ryan.
Dave.
So if there's anybody here tonight with us, would you be really kind to just light one of the lights up for us, please, or make a noise?
Just to let us know you're here. I can't see and hear you, so this is where Keg turns around and says, "Can you stop?" Because I'm leading.
Exactly. This is when I'm actually. Cag, can you lead this one? And then Alison takes over.
That's the one.
That's the one, yeah. We've actually put, if there's a child here, please don't be frightened. I know there's a lot of people here tonight, but we've actually put a new toy down there for you. And it's a very strange looking one, and it's called a koala. So you're more than welcome to take that one.
Take it.
Yes, because
That's-
it was meant
that's
for
my
a,
koala you're giving
it was
away there.
meant for it was meant for a little girl ghost in Ireland, and Alison wouldn't leave it because it was too nice.
It was. I fell in love with it.
Let's do Ring a Ring of Roses. So if we sing you a nursery rhyme, if there is a child in here, if there isn't, I apologise if you're an adult,
Christmas too.
but if there is a child in here, we're going to sing you a nursery rhyme, and if you enjoy it, can you light one of the lights up for us, please? Are you ready? Okay, guys. We're all going to sing our different versions because the English version is very different to the Australian version, which is different to the American version.
We all sing.
Ring around every game ring.
Every one of us are singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
After
Yeah.
three. 1, 2,
Let's get
3.
into it.
Ring a ring of roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, a tissue, we all fall down.
Very different, isn't it?
That's cool.
Did you used to sing the version that Kagami sing, which is very different, or did you used to sing the version that these guys over here sang? If it's us, can you light up a light? All right, if it's the other version, which Matt and Mike and Diane sang, can you light up the light on this, Orion? No, but they know these three, don't they?
They do.
I even remembered all the names. How's that?
You're doing really well.
I know. The pressure's on.
All right, well, shall we do an EVP burst?
Let's.
Shall we?
Yes.
Ow, gotta get
We
off the
also
floor.
find, if you're wondering why we banter and have a bit of fun, is we've. Oh, whoa, no.
No.
Oh,
When the
no,
lights came
has
on.
gone. See the triangle?
Yep.
The lights has
So
gone.
that means no.
That's
That's
a
a
no.
no.
Don't go. Just
There
don't.
you go.
Okay, so my name is Kag, and I'd like to know if there's a child here. Can you tell me, are you a boy or a girl?
Were you buried on the cemetery here on the property?
Were you afraid of the mountain?
Do you recognize any of our faces?
Are you being shy?
Cool. All right, walking forward. Cool. All right, walking forward.
No. Nothing's talking yet.
It would have been. That would have been third. There was
Yeah.
something, but it
When
could
you
have
looked
been.
at me.
Yeah,
I think that was after Joel's question.
Oh,
it
was
was.
it? Okay.
I heard it after Joel. Then I heard something similar after me, and something similar for you. But I really noticed it after Joel.
All right, so note to go back
It could be nothing, but I looked at Ryan like. Yeah.
until I hear it on
I
good
thought I heard
speakers as well.
something
Yeah,
too, but because I was blocked from hearing the sound, so but I thought I heard
Yeah.
a little something, but I couldn't make out what I was hearing.
Does she block you?
She did. I couldn't hear anything. Allison was just in the
I
way.
just take over and just
Always in the way.
spread myself out.
You do spread yourself
I
out.
do.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to spread.
Is it time to play now? Not as much as me, love. Is it time to play?
It could be time to play,
Okay.
but we need somebody on headphones.
Okay. Well, do you want to go on to start off with, or do you want somebody else to?
I'm fine to go on.
So Cag will just be playing down here. Do you want to go to the other end of the...
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. I was gonna say these headphones are so tiny.
That's because we've got tiny heads.
We haven't got a big head, Ryan. It's so
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Oh, there we go. Immediately, a man said hi.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Who is it we're talking to? Could you possibly give us your name? That man at the end there, Ryan, he's listening to anything that you might be able to say through that box he's holding. And then maybe we can have a conversation, we can talk.
Woman just said Michael.
Oh.
Michael.
Now we need to know who we're talking to, whether it's a man, because we're going to keep going for a child down here because people
Belong.
belong.
Belong. You belong here, man.
If it's a child, I'm playing with some Skittles here. Do you want to come and join me?
Such an ungainly pose, Cag, through the camera.
This is my Skittle.
Just
Skittle
saying.
pose.
My skittle playing pose.
I've lost a Skittle, by the way. Don't know where it is. Oh, okay. I've knocked one over. Can you tell me how many Skittles I've knocked over, please? How many Skittles have I knocked over?
You have to say it to Ryan though, because we won't hear you otherwise.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Oh.
I just heard the name Matt come through.
Oh,
Matt and Michael are both here. We'd love to get to know you. Fascinating.
maybe you should be asking some questions.
Is there someone here that would like to directly speak with Matt and Michael? We are all ears. We would be absolutely honored.
Michael?
Yes, I'm right here. What do you need? What can I do for you?
Kids.
So it is children.
Okay.
How many?
How many?
How many kids?
I'm just trying to get Michael more in there. Cool.
Dead.
Oh,
Dead?
we're sorry to hear that.
Okay, well, there
Now,
was a pandemic
the-
back in the day that did take a lot of children.
Something you all might not know. Yeah, a lot of kids actually did perish in the town of Goldfield.
Oh, wow.
Were you one of them?
My wife.
Apparently not.
My wife?
Did your wife perish too?
That's not a child. Then.
I swear I just heard David too.
Okay.
Do you like the men? There's two more men. Do you know what their names are?
It does seem more interested in men, doesn't it?
It does.
Than the women.
There's 3.
There's 3 what? Are you missing
200.
Oh, yeah.
200 was that?
Yeah. Do we know how many
How
children
many?
died?
How many people
We
died? in
honestly don't know how many because all the headstones or wooden things
Yeah.
that they use, they're gone. So,
Okay, yeah, because you two seem to be the center.
yeah. How do you know Michael and Matt and David?
Gold train or gold train.
Gold train.
I mean, Goldfield, town of gold. We do have a narrow gauge railroad train.
They would have used.
And that train runs right by gold mines as well as the burial ground, which we do not know how many people are in.
Right.
They said the number 200.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good guess. If it's accurate, that's fascinating because I've never known that number, if that is the number of graves.
On the stop or I'm going to stop.
On the what?
Don't stop talking if you don't have to.
Yeah, please stay.
We would love to get to know you more.
Oh, wow, that was so loud that hurt my ears. It was a man saying, hello.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Who are we speaking with? Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Of course, women wouldn't have been viewed as if it's a man here.
Oh, they were outnumbered. Women were
Jimmy?
outnumbered 80 to 1.
Jimmy.
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 Is that your name?
Jimmy?
Yeah, so we'd be second class.
We'd be-
citizens.
And then the same woman's voice said, get away from.
Oh, okay.
Get away from Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
I don't know who Jimmy is, but we don't want him. But thank you.
Oh, we do.
Well, maybe we do, but you know.
What are you doing? Oh, we don't want to
no,
talk
we
to a
don't, you know,
ghost.
she
You know,
might-
it's
she
not
might
what we're
want-
here
she might
for.
want to know what we want to do with Jimmy, and I'm like, I don't know. So
If Jimmy would like to
Picture.
speak with me, I'm willing. Even if you
Wow.
Wow.
we've got 3 ladies in here. We're not here to disrespect you at all. We're just here just to listen to you talk to us if possible.
Not for long.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa.
Are you being nice? Or what's going on with that?
A bit sassy.
Yeah, sassy.
Because it would have been
Oh.
a wagon accident.
I just heard a man say sing.
Oh, you don't want us to sing? What would you like
when
us?
we sing?
What would
do you
you?
want us to sing?
we take requests.
And then, oh, no.
Oh, they heard this earlier.
They've heard
Our
us.
mistake.
I'm a jerk. I'm sorry.
Are you a miner? Prospector? Or are you just passing through?
Bad boy.
Who's a bad boy?
Ooh.
Yeah, who?
No, you just went, ooh.
Just felt like something got really close to me. Oh, and then a voice said, "Felt you."
Oh, really? Oh.
That's not creepy.
So a bad boy felt you. That's interesting.
Ryan.
Yeah, that is Ryan at the
Interesting.
end. Whoever you want to talk to in here, whoever you're happy and most comfortable to talk to, can you say their name? And then they can come and chat to you.
End this.
End this. You don't want to talk anymore?
You don't want to talk anymore?
You don't have to. We're not going to make you. We just love to know your story and who you are. And then Matt and Michael here can keep your story alive.
For sure.
It's what we do.
And plus, Diane and Joel, they'd love to know who they're sharing their space with. Sorry, Cag, you were leading, weren't you?
Yeah, you said in.
Down there.
She is down there, yes.
I am. I'm down here. I was playing, but obviously I'm just playing by myself.
Can you stop?
Can we stop what?
Do you want the women to stop talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about-
Wants the women to stop talking.
What about the that's no longer here?
Try that one.
Yeah.
There used to be a in here.
There was. She passed away. She lived
Don't
here.
like it?
She lived in here.
She
Like
she lived next door. It was the building next door
Please.
upstairs.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
So you with us tonight?
What are you doing here?
We're just
We'd like
chatting.
we'd like to talk to you if possible.
There's a that Michael and I knew, but before we delve into that, you might have to find a way to prove that we know you. There could be some sensitive subject matter with that one. But if you can prove that it's you, I would love to talk to you.
Where did you live? Which building do you used to live in? Can you tell me?
Right in front of me?
Well, it is. It's right in front of him. But it's
On
the
the
one
other-
next door.
It'd be next door that way, though.
Is it that way?
It'd be
Husband?
Husband, yeah. Well, I was literally about to say, did you have a husband? I was literally about to say that. What was his name? I was literally about to say, were you married? Was what I was going to say.
Not Jimmy, was it?
It does start with a J.
Was it?
Funeral, I think?
Funeral.
There was a funeral service held here. Might you be able to give me the husband's name?
I thought you'd fallen asleep then. I thought you snored. Wasn't he true?
Oh my God. Woman's voice just said waiting to die.
Whoa.
Okay.
Um,
That's not very nice, is it?
no, that slightly ties into who I'm thinking of as well, in a way.
You want to come in a bit, Keg?
But I have to know the husband's
Cool.
name before I can take that any further.
So that makes sense as well?
It might.
Okay.
It's something that they might have said in life.
Sweetheart, if you're here, can you just try really, really hard to tell us what your husband's name was?
Morphine.
Morphine.
That could tie in too.
Okay.
Can you, it's Matt. If you can hear me, I'm still close with your husband. He's alive. I would just like his name to know if I'm speaking to our Joyce.
Allison.
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't think it's nice.
He doesn't know. Well,
I
it's
had
interesting
actually-
that you and we don't know anything.
Sit down.
She just did.
Well, I did, and
I'd
you ignored
forgotten
me,
that he
so I
couldn't
stood
hear
up.
me.
If we sit down, some of us might not get up again.
Very true.
It'll take a while.
Important.
It's important to sit down. All right. Well,
I'm sitting down.
what about the men sit down? Oh, go on then. Somebody's
Here
going to
we
have
go.
Oh, really? Here we go, yeah. You just want to see me try and get up again, don't you? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to get down.
We're sitting down.
Dog.
Dog. There was a dog too.
Yeah?
Everything's pointing in the right direction. I just need the husband's name because that will definitely confirm it. I'll take the dog's name too, but I'm asking the husband's name. That would actually be even weirder.
Negative.
Negative? Okay.
I'm sorry. Are you somebody that may be new? Are you perhaps
That's all right, cool.
friends with, or maybe you have met? What was that?
He laughed.
That was a very strange voice. It sounded like a man's voice came through and said, "He's gay."
The name rhymes with gay.
Oh, does it?
Name's Jay.
Because he can only hear going very quickly, so he hears
Right.
something that sounds like, he'll
Right.
say it out.
Not gay. Can you repeat the
I wonder
the
if he's got
name?
it, I wonder if he's got it wrong and they're now saying not.
We're not recording.
Does it rhyme with gay, or Ray, or May?
25. Ugh,
Now,
my head is ringing.
was it definitely, did you definitely say he's gay?
Yes.
It was definitely gay.
It wasn't like maybe the G sounded like something else or anything like that. Or
No, it was definitely,
He's
sounded
gay.
like a woman's voice.
woman's voice. And he's, huh?
That was like, "He is gay." It had like that inflection on it. So I was like, that's why I said it was weird.
Yeah,
It sounded.
it could be like an 1890s happy.
Yeah, because gay back then meant happy.
Like
Yeah, it did,
90,
it
did.
Yeah.
98% of the last third of that conversation was pretty accurate on point. I just needed one name, and it does rhyme with gay. That's why we were asking.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely gay. It was like very loud and clear too.
Yeah.
And it was like,
That's cool.
Like I
Thank
said,
you for
like
your
it
honesty,
held
'cause
out
that's
on
cool.
the end.
Yeah,
No, that's cool.
yeah.
Oh,
There was some interesting stuff there for sure.
jealous
Yeah.
that you guys are sitting down.
Well, you told us to sit
Yeah, we were
down.
told
You told
to.
us to sit down. We had to. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Now we've got to get back up again.
Do you know how hard that's
Now-
going to be?
Well, that was cool. That
Yeah.
was interesting, wasn't it?
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was nice for you guys to know that maybe
Yeah.
it's somebody that's in here that
Yeah, it sure got close.
was part of the town.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think there's several.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, I don't think there's.
One.
That was one that.
No.
It seemed one went and another came in.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So
But very nice.
yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys
thank you.
for doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And especially if we know nothing. We came in absolutely knowing nothing about the town. So yeah. So are we allowed to use that though?
That last part. Good question.
If we cut out the names.
Maybe just bleep out when I say the actual name.
Yeah. We'll do. All right. Well, I reckon these boys want to go and
Yeah, they do.
do something. Do you not?
Let's do something.
Do something.
Let's do something.
Let's do
So-
something.
Time to do something.
I think we finished down here. I think we've gone as far as we can.
Yeah, and then we'll
See what's happening upstairs.
let's do this.
All right. That's us done.
Oh, they're coming up the floor.
All right, Michael,
Yes.
the mine. So, it's a real working mine, or was a real working mine?
It's part of a shaft that was part of the working mine. It doesn't go anywhere really. Anything lower is going to be underwater and everything, and then all the main shafts were further behind you on the other side of town and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, this when you go down there, it's the real deal. It's dark. We it's not a wet mine like some
Right.
mines you go in. There's water dripping all over the place.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
the first level here is going to be pretty dry. There's not any water, but
Okay. Has there been any deaths that you know of down in the mine there?
not in this part right here. But there have been in Goldfield's time. They didn't keep very good records, so you know they don't have anything per se deaths inside the mine itself, but on paperwork. But rumors, stories, and stuff of folks getting hurt and dying down in the mines. We had 17 different mine shafts or different mines working out here.
So what have they had happening here? Why would this be on your ghost tour?
On my coast of the history, everything out here is the real deal. You have the Superstition Mountains over here that have been worshipped by the natives in this area for forever, since there have been natives out here. There's a lot of death out here in the desert. People looking for gold, they get crazy. And then you got the heat of the desert, you got all sorts of different things from skinwalkers and different gods and different spirits of the natives and everything. It just, all of this coming together in one area, it just seems a hotbed, because you've just got, you know, over 100, 150, 200 years worth of history, you know, from the settlers. And then just before that, you have all the Native American history and the Spanish history and everything through here. So
what sort of thing have the tours experienced down in the mine?
Oh, down in the mine, anything you can think of, from shadow figures, voices, whistles, taps, things being thrown, scratches. If you can think of it, we probably had it down there.
I just heard a tap coming from the mine there. So I guess
We go down.
we go down.
All right.
We go to where the taps are.
We go to the taps.
Yes, let's.
Cool.
All right.
The legs are too short for these big steps.
Railroad ties.
They're too short for little steps as well.
There.
Oh, another door.
Wow.
This is cool.
Oh, wow.
Gotta watch your step right there. Step on in.
Ooh.
This is our makeshift.
Oh, okay. So we're not going down anymore.
Yeah, you're as far down as you would go. Now, during a daytime tour or even a ghost tour, what we do is we have this. Look out the window.
Oh, wow. It looks like we're going down. Oh, that's cool.
It's really good, isn't it?
Make it seem like you're going down.
That's amazing.
Superb.
Same step right there. Do you watch your step every
Thank you very much. Oh, wow.
Oh, how cool is
It is cool. Wow.
During the regular tours, during the day, we have regular folks that come down here, and usually anywhere from 5 people to 25 people on a tour, right? Standing here talking, giving my spiel and everything, and the folks were all around me, and there was a young gal about 10, 11 years old. She was always right in front, really listening and stuff like that. But when we got by the honey wagon, she wasn't looking at me, and she wasn't listening like she was normally through the beginning of the tour. She was staring straight down the rubble shaft into here. Now, it's during the day, the part that we're in will have light, and then everything will be dark. But like I said, all I have is the candle, right? And she's looking down here, and she has her head, and she's going like that down the rubble shaft into this direction. I'm like, who are you waving at? There's no one down there. And she goes, yeah, the tall man over there. I'm like, the tall man? Like, what do you mean? He was like, the really tall man over there, Jeffrey. I'm like, who's Jeffrey? He's like the guy, you know? And I'm like, I don't see anything. I flip on the lights so she could see there's nobody there and everything. I turn it off and I go back, but she's still looking. And I'm like, okay. So I finished the tour, and we get in here, and I see her looking around like she's looking for what she saw, but she didn't see anything. And I asked, and towards the end of the tour, as I'm brushing everybody out, I asked, where did you see him? And she goes, he was standing on the steps. Well, for one, from the honey wagon, you can't see the steps from over there, okay? And she says, well, he was standing on the second flight of stairs. That's way over there.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. Didn't think much of it. I'm like, okay. I keep going, didn't think. A couple of days later, I have another tour about the same size, about 15, 20 people, had a young boy. And right at the honey wagon, Same exact thing. But he's not waving, he's just kind of looking. And I'm like, who are you looking at? He's like, Jeffrey, down the tunnel.
Oh.
I'm like, you see a thing down there, and he described the exact same thing this young girl did a couple of days ago. So by now, I'm like, okay, they're seeing something. I bring this up to Matt. Well, apparently, 2 or 3 days before the first young lady came on my tour, she had gone on his tour and saw the same thing. Well, we hear this young kids pointing, talking about a tall 7-foot shadow figure just stands there, and the name is Jeffrey, is the name that we get all the time. The last time we were down here with paranormal investigators, it was Paranormal AZ, I believe it was, and there's about 5 of us down here. We're all sitting on the benches here. Guy over here was filming, and I believe Matt was over here somewhere, and I think I was over here. And he had his camera right here, with the IR camera and the whole 9 yards, and he's looking up in this general direction right here. And all of a sudden he's just like, whoa, what? I need to turn on the light. And they're like, okay. And he said through on his camera screen, he saw this big something or another shadow kind of peek around here and look directly at him. And it was like the first time an adult had ever saw the tall, dark figure.
If I have a creepy miner come up to me, I'm telling you now.
7 foot.
A 7-foot
A
miner.
7-foot miner. Why do we always talk Yorkshire?
I don't know. I think it's to do with mines, isn't it? Because there's lots of
Because
mining
we're
in
doing
Yorkshire.
and your dad was a miner.
It was. He didn't come from Yorkshire though.
So we start talking in a Yorkshire accent. All right, so if there is anybody here tonight, you might have seen us setting up. Oh yeah, you might want to start that. Yeah, can't get the stuff, like I said.
It's not my fault. Oh no, I put
You
it
wanna
wrong,
go on-
didn't I?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
did.
sorry.
Yeah, you got to get it on infrared first. You're lucky I like you.
Do you know, I would have thought you would have set it up for me knowing what I'm like. There we are.
Now we start.
Now we can stop.
All right, so if there is anybody here tonight, we've just come to say hello. You might have seen us setting up, so you probably know what all this is. And I hope you don't mind 2 ladies being down here. I know probably there wasn't any ladies down here in the day.
Nope.
So I hope that's not offensive to you, having 2 ladies. We've just come to chat.
But you're lucky they ain't redheads.
We could be. Do you
We
like
could be.
redheads?
Actually, redheads were considered real bad luck.
Were they?
Yeah. Well, women were considered bad luck.
I
and
can't
mine
tell my
still
future
are.
daughter-in-law that. She'll be
Yeah.
devastated.
You've got a redheaded daughter.
Well, if you think
haven't
about
you?
the logic of it, in the town of Goldfield, women were outnumbered 80 to 1. So you've got 150 men underground, day in, day out, and a woman walks by. What's going to happen? Somebody's going to get hit in the head by a hammer because they're not going to be looking at what they're doing. They're going to be looking at the lady. So they're bad luck.
Wow.
That's pretty much how it came to be.
So there's probably a few injuries from that, deaths from
Oh,
just
man.
a woman walking past.
Death by lady walking by.
All right, so if you can light up a light.
Yeah, we got a lot more playful equipment down here than we normally do. So go
That's
ahead.
my
And,
stomach tag.
yeah, go ahead and talk. I got my spirit box here. You've used that before. It's a different one, but it works the same.
And that way we know we're not sitting here talking to nobody. Keeps us here, keeps us talking to you. You don't have to though.
Why do you say that?
But they don't.
Because they're not going to bother then, are they? It's like, do you know what? I was going to talk to them tonight, but I'm not going to bother because she says I don't have to. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of going to these venues when you keep telling them they don't have to talk to you? Honestly, it's to be polite. Well, we are being polite, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know.
What do you want me to say? Like, if you do something, I'll give you cag.
Yeah, there's times down here where we're like, come on, we know you're here. We know
Do you get that too? Like, you know they're there.
Yeah, it's not,
And they do it on purpose. So you
Oh, they
die.
have to.
You're dying a death as a tour guide because you know they're there, but they're just doing absolutely. And then the tour finishes, you're locking up. Bang,
Yeah, and
it's
then
like
that's
you.
what happens.
Well, you know what it is? It's because the memo went out. The memo went out, didn't it? Don't do anything tonight at all. Just stand and watch them. And then as soon as they've gone, let's play havoc and just, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I swear.
you do. They just like to. I think it's their amusement to see us die a death.
Now, I would like you to come and join us. I'd like you to come and shuffle down or whatever you like to do, walk this way. Obviously, Alison said you don't have to do anything at all.
But Cag says you have to because she's more bossy.
I am, you know.
You don't want to mess with Cag. She's like a school teacher. She's
Exactly. But my dad was a miner back in England. And my father-in-law worked in a mine as well. So I have been down the mine before. So if you could come and join us and tell us about your time down here, I'd really appreciate that. Especially the guy that really tall guy. Sounds a little bit creepy.
What's crazy about Jeffrey is that so far all he does is stand there and the kids see him.
Yeah.
We haven't, that I'm aware of, had any interaction with it yet.
Jeffrey, I'd like to be able to see you if possible. Don't you like to show yourself to young children? Sorry, that sounds really bad.
So bad.
Oh my god, I can't. I was hoping you wouldn't notice what I just said.
Cut that bit out.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I hope that's not what he's here for. Save your butt out of here. Whew.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, if you are listening, or whatever your real name is, you may notice that Cag and me do like to have a bit of fun, but it's not at your expense. This bit of fun is at our expense, not yours. All right? We laugh at each other and we have fun. But that's what best friends do. Did you have a best friend? I reckon I'm going to sit on those stairs over there.
And
with
we
the
leave
headphones
you.
on, with my eyes shut. And if I open my eyes and find that you've gone, and I'm sitting over there on my own, I'm not going to be happy.
We will so well ourselves out. We're so funny. What?
Oh my God! It seriously just said my name, and we would have recorded that.
Oh, cool.
Alison.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is weird.
All right. Okay, is anybody with us?
Aubrey.
Thank you for saying my friend's name. I've got a gentleman sat next to me here. Can you tell me what his name is? You must recognise him. What's his name?
This just moved. I've turned it off, by the way.
What moved?
The whole thing I'm sitting on.
The stairs?
It felt like it vibrated.
Shouldn't do that, should it?
No, it shouldn't do that.
Danny, if that's you, come on in here.
Some noise come from over this way. Oh, camera's gone.
Yeah, I was going to say camera just shut off.
That had 3/4 of a battery.
With either was shot or you're shot. Myself.
Yeah, camera just went out. Did you mess with the camera?
Trying.
You're trying to. You did a really good job. Thank you for that.
So what I might do,
Batteries.
I've got my headphone off.
Batteries died.
Hey?
The battery in the camera's died.
What, just now?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one. And then we asked
That
you
had
to
an
drain
hour
the
in it.
battery. And
I know
you
it
said
did.
Yes.
I was going to go down there. Let me just change out the battery, then I'll go down the other way. Oh, that's weird.
What's that?
Well, I'm pressing. There's no light. It's not showing. Not showing infrared either. That's weird. Very weird. I'm going to go down here for a minute. There, it's dark down here. Oh, I've just turned on the lights.
Oh, for goodness sake.
It's alright, I paid for them.
Okay, is anybody down here at this end? You go towards the lights or
Fires. Oh, that's loud. Lethal. Came in.
anything you want to tell us?
New.
How long did you
Scared
wait?
of me. Jeffrey. Oh my God, I got it on the audio.
Jeffrey.
And down. So Jeffrey, you down here with us?
Bill. Leave. Go.
Anything you want to tell us?
I'll show you.
Okay, show us.
Hold.
Can you show us something old?
Dead. It feels like what I'm leaning on is rocky.
What's she leaning on over there?
Yes. Get out.
You need to get out, or do you want us out?
If you just say, leave, goodbye.
He said that.
Oh, that's cool. Well, he did. So that's, you're not going to say anything else to us? Do you want to come and join us?
Time.
Yeah, it's late, isn't it? It's late. Oh, is that Ryan?
And then it kind of stopped. Anything?
Nah.
No. Hold.
Although I did say he has to leave, I just did so.
Well, the Jeffrey was interesting.
That Jeffrey was interested.
Because I would have caught that on the microphone. All right, so we're in yet another building.
We are in
And
the
which one are we in at the moment?
We are in the Goldfield Bordello, or the Goldfield brothel.
Oh.
Yeah.
And was this a real brothel that we're in?
It is a rebuild.
Rebuild? But it
Most
would have
of
been in the day.
Right. Most of the brothels here in town would have been inside the saloons. They did have some off to the side here and there. So
Yeah.
parts of this building is original to the town, the foundation for sure.
Yeah. What sort of experiences have they had in here?
Experiences in here usually more of feelings. like people connect to the folks of way back in the 1800s when it was a business and everything. Sadness, heavy, deep, maybe depression, and leaving wanting to start crying and not knowing why.
Yeah.
As soon as you step out of the building, it'll go away. You'll get touched in here. You'll get scratches in here. We've heard disembodied voices with names just clear as day, saying folks' names, people's names in here. You'll hear things in the back room, see shadow figures. There's folks that...
There's been a figure seen. Did I hear that the shadow figure has been seen around here?
The main one that's been seen in here, Matt's seen her, should I say, and some of our ghost tour guests have seen a lady in a black dress and veil in here a couple of times. We assume it's the madam.
Yeah.
She doesn't like her picture taken.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that cameras and stuff go really weird in here. Just either stop working altogether,
Mm-hmm.
the flash doesn't work, or the camera doesn't work, or it'll reset. Looks like you took a picture underwater. It's really weird.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's go do it.
All right, let's do it.
So, Keg.
I know what. Why don't I take the camera from you? Well, no, your mobile phone. Why don't I take
camera,
the mobile
Keg?
phone from
Which
you?
camera would you like to take off me?
Let me take the mobile phone off of you, and then you can tell us what's just happened.
What's just happened? Well, we can't really do much more filming tonight.
Or ever, really.
Or ever. Because...
This is us signing off.
Yeah, this is us signing off for the rest of the trip. We're now way out in the middle of nowhere. We had one camera breakdown in the mines, which, you know. But then out of the blue, we got the other camera, because we got two cameras. Got the other camera up here, swapped the battery over, and there was no power. So we put 5 batteries in, haven't we, Kay?
Yeah.
None of them worked. And I thought, well, maybe it's just the batteries didn't charge properly. So we put a power bank in. Dead as a door now. 2 cameras within half an hour. Finished. Gone. So we can't really do much more, unfortunately, apart from in light with a phone.
But hey, we'll soldier on.
And you said this happens a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, in this building, cameras and equipment don't like to work. The flashes will stop working, the phones will shut off, the batteries will die, the pictures will come out like that's not what you took, or it looks like it's underwater. So it does a lot of weird stuff when it comes to cameras here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, we found that out. I blame Paranormal Quest.
Yeah, the curse is real.
Last time they came to Australia and devastated Australia.
Yeah.
22 different things went
At
on,
least.
At least in the 2-3 weeks they were there.
Yeah.
We spent one day with them. One 24-hour period with them. And
You've been with them how long now? So how many things?
24 hours.
Oh yeah, just over 24 hours.
24 hours we've been with them. Oops, sorry. 24 hours.
Yeah, and
We've got no cameras.
No cameras for the rest of the trip because they owe me 2 cameras. I think they should go without cameras, and I have their cameras now. It's their curse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So guys, I'd love to do the bordello for you, but it's going to be difficult. Actually, we should show them to show we're not. I'll bring them in.
Yeah.
Just to prove that we're not.
Yeah. So this is the madam's room. So really, really cool room. As you can see, we've got it all set up with equipment.
So this is the camera that's normally on us. Right. With a fresh battery in. And it won't go to infrared. So press once. Press twice. And oh look, there's a black screen. It's in night shot and the light's on.
Yeah.
And it's a black screen. Mm-hmm. Can't even see the light on the bed. So that camera's knackered.
There's a good word. Knackered, just like me. Lost the will to live. And then the second camera, our last remaining camera, was working fine, wasn't it, down in the mine?
Yeah.
Absolutely no power in it. Battery in, power bank
Power bank in it.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
I have lost the will to live. It's an expensive trip to buy 2 more things and a bag of batteries that don't work. So, all right, we'll do a quick EVP and a quick.
Okay.
I think it's working.
I'm going.
What?
No, you're not.
Your voice recorder is working.
I thought about the camera. I was like, really?
No, the
It is? Are you sure it's working?
I reckon we should just drown ourselves in the bath.
I reckon we should just hit that 2-litre bottle of Bacardi when I get back to the room. I think that's a great idea. All right, this is working. Look. Woohoo. You could probably put your voice on this if you try. Please do something. All right, make my night. I'm going to put it on there. Yes, that's me. All right, so if there is anybody here, there's a little box, and I'm sure you've seen that before. If you can possibly put your voice on there, that would be much appreciated. So my name's Alison.
My name's Kag.
My name is Michael.
And we're just wondering if there is any ladies here tonight that would like to talk to us. Because I'm fascinated to know what it would have been like back in the day.
Is it you that's been affecting our cameras tonight?
It says, please go.
Does it?
Yeah.
You turn it up. Oh no, we've got the... Have you got a question?
Ma'am, are you in here? The madam? We're trying to contact you just to see if we can say hi. 100% respect. Just want to talk with you. Are you here?
Maybe it isn't a madam here. Maybe there's a gentleman here that's come looking for ladies.
Beside you.
Because they take one look at this.
It says beside you.
It's like, ooh, I'll stay with them.
It says beside you.
Ooh. Is there somebody beside us?
Madam, did you treat the girls well?
We're just wondering if there are any ladies here tonight that would like to talk to us. Because I'm fascinated to know what it would have been like back in the day.
What was that?
Sounds like somebody clicked the...
It's like somebody's gone.
Yeah, it's like somebody clicked the... Because it was away from you.
Yeah.
Is it you that's been affecting our cameras tonight? That would just... Alright. Let's try with something.
On the phone, fall down there.
Please go.
Yep.
Alright, have you had enough?
Second time that. No.
We could just be respectful.
Well, to be truthful, I think she can't do any more. In fact, if we carry on, I wonder what it's going to do.
She's nobbled our cameras.
Yeah.
She's not speaking.
And all we're getting is go.
And I've lost the will to live.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we might just do a wind up, and I think we're just going to get going. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
We haven't had sleep.
No.
It's been a long
No.
24 hours. We haven't, still in jet lag mode. We haven't slept really. All right. I think at this stage, it's been awesome.
It's been a great place to do.
Yeah.
Just that Madam don't want anything to do with us.
Fun with y'all.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've been great. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's good.
You'd be surprised.
Usually
how
we
many-
leave guys rocking in a corner.
Nah,
We're going to wind it up. We normally do a wind up with Kagami, but we got no cameras left. So Kag's going to wind it up with me. I would just like to say thank you very much to Diane and Joel
yes.
Yes.
Yep.
for allowing us into the mercantile store. Never been done before. That is such an honour to get them to do that. And I'd like to say thank you to Michael
Thank you.
and Matt. Matt
Yeah.
isn't here at the moment. He's finishing up. But that was awesome. Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Sorry that last bit fell apart. It's
It
not your
happens.
fault.
That's part of the
But I
business.
don't know. I still blame Paranormal Quest.
yeah.
And thank you to Paranormal Quest for coming along and bringing your curs.
There you go.
All right. And if you haven't seen Paranormal Quest episode yet on this, I'm sure it'll be up long before ours. So we'll have done it afterwards. But go and look
He's
at their
probably got
episode.
a full episode.
He's probably got so much happened.
I know.
A full episode.
And we come out with 2 broken cameras.
We come out with 2 broken cameras, yes. We're having
We'll have to
fun.
nobble him for his footage.
Can I show you this?
No, what we don't, we'll pin him down and just take his footage off him so he can't use it.
So if you do come in this direction, please come and visit the Goldfields Ghost Town. It is amazing. We're coming back tomorrow because we have a lot of shopping to do.
Oh
don't we?
yeah, 10 to 5 every
yes.
day except for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
it's,
Everything's open.
yeah.
And the mercantile store, amazing popcorn, amazing fudge. We're going to go and stock up tomorrow.
Old-fashioned candies.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shopping galore.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to leave it there, guys. We'll hopefully have 2 cameras by tomorrow night for our next investigations. Who knows? See if they get nobbled. All right, catch you later.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.